Hey guys, to mention today I'll be reviewing Face Raiders, which is I would believe this sort of demo game kind of thing, which was released alongside the Nintendo 3DS, and it's this sort of like built-in game that you can get for the 3DS, which was released back I think alongside the 3DS back in 2011 I believe, and this game is similar to I would say the old arcade type game, so something like, let's say, Space Invaders, in the sense that Face Invaders, or Space, getting the two games confused. The Face Raiders is that it's a game in which you take a picture of your face or any of your friends' faces or whoever, and you have to basically shoot these robot things that has those faces on them of the picture that you took of whoever. And it's kind of like Space Invaders because you have to shoot those robots down, and then throughout parts of the game you have to fight, large bosses. And this is kind of like, I would say, as I said before, a demo game, because I think it helps you introduce to some of the features that the 3DS has. Like this kind of uses a bit of motion controls not really, because like the whole game is done through your camera, and all you have to do is just move the 3DS about to try and hit all the robots and stuff like that. And it's kind of interesting because you don't really see games like this where it uses elements of whatever console you have. If it's like a handheld, for example. So I think a game that does kind of do this sort of thing is one of the Four Swords Zelda games. So it's either Four Swords or Four Swords Adventures, in which whenever Link goes down into a hole, you will be able to see that on the Game Boy Advance if you linked it up to, I believe, the GameCube or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but like it's something like that where you can, like, whether the console itself or the handheld console helps you play the game. And yeah, this game is, I think it's one of those games you will play for like a few minutes or so just to kill some time, and it's somewhat enjoyable. So yeah, and now it's time for some gameplay. So before you start the game, you can either take a picture of any person through the camera, or use any of the pictures that you might have already used. So those are like pictures of me when I was younger. But if you want to like take a picture of someone, kind of like how you would do with a normal camera, you just press the A button, and then if you take a picture, it will sort of morph into the sort of robot head thing. So I think that's quite cool. And it'll come with some stages, and if you want to hit the faces, just press the A button, and then there's these things called butterflies, which will help you regain your health. And then if you move about, just with your 3DS about, you can see there like the different faces in the game. So it's kind of like wherever your camera is pointing is basically where the enemies will most likely be, and the variety of faces. And I'm sorry I can't play the game and talk about it at the same time because both hands are being used at the moment. So I think it's quite cool just to play the game through your camera. You don't really normally see that through a lot of games like this. The only one that I can think can come close to something like this is probably Pokemon Go, but that's more of a mobile game than anything else. So yeah, it's quite interesting, and that's been it for the gameplay. Now time to go back to the review. So overall, I would say that the game is one of those old games that you see, and it's one of those games that you see and you don't remember straight away, and it's kind of there, like if you had like this event, let's say, and then it brought like all the well-known first-party games and third-party games or whatever. Face Invaders or Face Raiders would be one of those games that would be kind of in the corner, just doing their own thing. It's kind of like that in a self-sense. That's how I see it. Face Raiders is one of those games that just is there to have fun, and it's just having its own thing, and it's having its own time. And yeah, that's how I would say for Face Raiders. It's just, you might want to play it for like at the time when it was like released, when the 3DS was its own thing, and being successful. It was kind of there just to have a nice time, just have the fun for a bit, just to kill time. So yeah, so that's been my review for Face Raiders. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.